Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, to take a look at the remainder of this week, next weekend, and also on into next week. Now, I'm going to bring next week into it because you may be hearing some people on especially YouTube channels talking about a major cold snap coming our way. Well, there's going to be some chillier air, but I don't see anything quite that cold is what I'm starting to hear others talk about. And I'll show you that here in just a second. But first, let's take a look at your Wednesday and the remainder of this week and on into your upcoming weekend. And it's not going to be too bad. We're going to see close to temperatures near normal, maybe even a little bit above normal on your Wednesday right here in the Ohio Valley. Normal high temperatures now getting close to that 70-degree mark. So anything you see now when you look at below normal temperatures really isn't going to be all that bad. Yeah, we could see highs maybe in the 50s at some point later on next week, but not really cold like the 40s or something that I'm starting to hear out there. So anyway, we'll talk more about that. But this is on your Wednesday. Again, temperatures aren't going to be too bad here in the Ohio Valley. Nice warm up there off towards the west. Come Thursday, more warmer air comes on in. Now, tomorrow, Wednesday, is going to be a little cooler across the Ohio Valley, mainly reflecting some clouds and maybe a couple of showers around. By Thursday, I think we'll dry out a bit, maybe still one or two isolated showers. But overall, I think Thursday is going to be a pretty nice day right here in the Ohio Valley. Come Friday, that's when we start seeing the next system come in. Could see some strong thunderstorms on Friday, something we're certainly going to have to keep an eye on. But that's going to reflect, again, some of these yellower colors that you see right there. But if you don't get the showers, then you're probably going to be a little bit warmer than some of us who do get the showers. Come Saturday, temperatures again about normal, maybe even a little bit above normal. That'll put us into the 70s right here in the Ohio Valley. So I don't think it's going to be all that bad as we head on into your upcoming weekend. And certainly on Sunday we'll warm up nicely. So I think Sunday itself may be the nicest day out of the upcoming weekend here in the Ohio Valley, as well as most of the Midwest. Sneaking now on into next week on Wednesday, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. You see a little bit more cooler air working its way in, but keep in mind now, high temperatures certainly by next week are going to be right around 70 degrees, maybe even into the lower 70s. So even though it's going to be a little bit cooler across the Great Lakes, it's not going to be still all that bad. And that cooler air will funnel itself down into the southeast. Taking a look now a week from Saturday, again, temperatures a little bit below normal, as you can see here. So yes, there's some cooler air coming in, but I don't see anything drastically cold where we're going to have a lot of issues. So something, again, we'll keep an eye on. This is, again, a week from Saturday. Precipitation-wise, on Wednesday, as I said, there's going to be a couple of showers, going to reflect some warmer air working its way in across the Ohio Valley and the Midwest area. I don't see anything severe at this point here in the area. Come Thursday, one or two light showers around. The activity, though, really is now concentrated across the northern tier of states. And again, that's going to reflect some cooler air coming in by next week. By Friday, that system works its way in. This is where we could get a couple strong thunderstorms around the area. It could be a weather alert day, something we will certainly have to keep an eye on across the Great Lakes region and down into the mid-Mississippi Valley. By Saturday, that kind of pushes out more towards the Appalachians, Tennessee Valley. As it moves towards the east, we'll dry out a little bit here in the Midwest. By Sunday, fairly dry across the area. Here comes that next system, and this is the one I think is going to tap some Canadian air, again bringing in a little bit cooler air for us by next week. And then by Wednesday of next week, that pushes its way through. It's going to be a little breezy, and that will make it feel a little bit cooler as well. Maybe a light showers, but the real activity is going to be east of the Ohio Valley and Midwest, up and towards the Great Lakes and up into the Northeast. So the bottom line is, the next couple of days, temperatures aren't going to be all that bad. We'll have some rounds of some spring showers, maybe in a few strong thunderstorms come Friday. I'm George, the Weather Dad.